All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 6 of online learning. This is the first full week of May. The one thing that I want you to note about this schedule is that the schedule is the same for the entire week. Okay, there is no science test or social studies test this week. However, there is a close read in science that will be taken for a grade. All right, so in math, we're going to add and multiply to find the area. So we're adding and multiplying to find the area. We're going to practice multiplying, dividing within 100. And we're also doing more multiplication and division problems. Now, one thing I want you to remember is that please don't try to get everything done in one day. I know the temptation is you want to get it done, you want to be done with it, but take your time, divide it up into at least 3 days, as a minimum of 3 days. Remember, you're supposed to be doing about 3 hours of work a day. Um, and if you get everything done on Monday or Tuesday, then you won't be able to get that 3 hours a day in. So take your time. And make sure to break it down into at least 3 days. All right. And then in language arts, we're going to be reading a really interesting story about the gateway to the West, the St. Louis Arch. And we're going to be talking about author's point of view. And again, that's another um, exercise that please break that into 3 days. Some of you are trying to get it all done in one day, and spending an hour and a half on one lesson is just simply um, it's not beneficial. Okay, so break it down into at least 3 days. Do the read to understand on one day, read to analyze on the second day, and even you can break the read to analyze down into 2 or 3 days. Um, taking your time, making sure you're going back into the text because that's the part that you're graded on. You want to be successful. So, and then of course the read to write, take a day or two on that as well. Okay, so make sure that you're breaking the I ready reading exercises into at least 3 days. All right. And then in science, we're watching a video, and make sure that you answer all the questions that are assigned to that video. And then we're also doing a close read. It's hot, but not that hot, and that will be taken for a grade. Okay, so make sure you do your best on that. And then in social studies, we're continuing on. We're moving on to week 28, and that is all about currencies, all about monies of different countries and different types of currencies. All right. Right score, um, we're doing lesson 2. We're going to be taking our conclusions. We're going to be adding some details to them to make them more powerful. We're going to be adding some emotion into them. And please make sure that you are you watch the video first before you start the lesson. Some of you jumped right into the exercise without watching the video last week and were not successful in what you're doing. So make sure that you follow the directions and watch the video first and then complete the exercise. All right. All right. Have a great week.